Hey YouTube, what goes on? And welcome back to Disavowed Actors, bringing you toy hunt episode number 418. We're kicking things off here at the MacArthur Road Walmart. Looking to see what new things are on the pegs and on the shelves here at the store. But before we get to any of that, if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you, does not cost you anything. It helps us grow the channel tremendously in March to 8,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube should notify and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button. If for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us over at Instagram at disavowed_12. Let's see what they have inside. All right, so kicking off in the horror section back in the collectibles area, and we have some plushies going on right here. And we got the Megan figure, 3 of those deep. American Psycho t-shirt looks pretty cool, 10 bucks, not bad. Beetlejuice is back there. Got the Nun down below, some other mugs and things. Oh, there's the Goosebumps. Which ones do they have? He's a creepy looking guy. If these were more articulated, I think I would consider it, but that's pretty cool to see. Scarecrow and this guy. So I'm not too, my memory doesn't quite connect too much with those, to be honest, but I do remember watching it. They still have all these freaking turtles, lost years, but it's cool because I know my local home base restocked on these Beetlejuices, and check this out. There are 3 of them here of the striped suit. So good to see that getting restocked, because originally the stock was pretty low on that from what I saw. Down here, mishmash of stuff, some Multiverse sitting around. So we got our Batman, Western World Batman. Ever watch Westworld, the more recent version, not the movie? I was obsessed with the first 2 seasons and I hated it, but plenty of Warcraft stuff. Spawn, Ninja Spawn, not much else. Let's go try to check the main aisle. It was kind of busy, so I didn't hang around there long. Wow, look at all these. These will definitely be at discount stores. Holy smokes, there's so many of them. Man, okay. So these are down to 20. That's a darn good price. I'm not gonna do it because I don't know where I even put it, to be honest. Head sculpt's pretty freaking cool. But yeah, there's a bunch of them here too, man. 8 of them for 20 bucks. Right? Yeah, crazy. All right, so currently king of the aisle status, at least for the moment. It's a busy store, so you never know. But lots of Simpsons still sitting here. Older stuff, and it's all first wave mostly. Down this way, very rare to see G.I. Joe on pegs right now, anywhere outside of GameStop. But cool seeing a Cobra Commander here. A bunch of Stalkers, so Beachhead here too. MOTU stuff. Zodiac right here. Zodak? I always say Zodiac. Zodak. A few of him. And it looks to be all, who's behind there? Yeah, mostly all the same. And then down this way, we got the Turtles of Grayskull. AEW, they still have some of this new wave. When we were here last time, I think they had almost that entire wave still. So they're pretty picked through. Got a random Hulk Hogan. Lots of Hulk Hogans out there sitting around. McIntyre, these cheap looking Spider-Man Marvel Legends. And notice again, very little Marvel Legends here in Walmart. So starting to wonder if that's becoming a thing, if they don't really are going to deal with them anymore. Down this way, pretty cool Hulk mask right there. Some basics, big old Hulk right there. Black Series, that's still here? Did they reissue this or what? Man, it's crazy that's still there. That was at Ollie's forever. Some basic stuff down there. Down this way, TMNT area. Not a whole lot to write home about. New Superman merch. There you go, you can bend the bar. And some new figures, some little mini figures right there. It's a good idea. I'm guessing probably Spin Master. How to Train Your Dragon. And then Dino Land, Jesser territory. What's up, Jesser? All right, we're gonna get out of here and probably go to a Ross next. Maybe GameStop, I don't know, we'll see. Check out GameStop over here on MacArthur Road. Yeah, that probably means either you're gonna get weird background music or I'm gonna have to put stock music in there. So let's see what's going on in GameStop. pretty cool seeing Dakin there at the GameStop. That's the one I've seen the least. I saw it once at a Walmart early on, and I don't think I've seen him since, other than maybe online. So cool to see. And we're gonna swim back into Ross Dress for Less here, see if there's any good cheap on the pegs. Probably not, but if you don't go, you don't know. And frankly, I wanted to know. All right, so not seeing a whole lot here. We have these little mini turtles. I think I've seen those here before. I don't know what they're from. Let me know in the comments. Baxter Stockman looks pretty cool. So little mini battling turtles. We've got a Crash Bandicoot, some Disney stuff. I see that Rogue that's been laying around for a long time down below, the Rogue X-Men, and Nintendo, Luigi. But nothing really major otherwise. Let's walk around and see what else we can find. Okay, so I dug through some of the shelving here. There's nothing here. So it's a Friday afternoon, so I guess it's all picked through already. But like I said, you have to check, or else you're not gonna know. You can miss something out, right? So, all right, we'll see where we go next. I don't know, probably a Target or something. So rumor on the street is that there's a WWE 2-pack that is showing up at Ollie's. I think it might have been like a Mattel online. I'm not sure what it was. I think Ricky Dragon Steamboat might be in it. So let's see if we can find that. I know some of the boys are looking for that for the collection. So I haven't found any good finds in Ollie's in a while, and it doesn't look like I'm going to today either, because nothing here. all the old stuff that's always here. The pink slips. But yeah, looks like this is just all the same stuff. Nothing new added. I'll walk around and double check the rest of the store. But as usual, it's just all the Eternals and Black Panther stuff and Doctor Strange, you know, all the stuff you see here on a regular basis that they will probably never ever sell. They'll just sit around until the store closes, I guess. Legends End Cap, much of the same. They still have the Namors here. I was hoping to see more of that wave show up, and I haven't. So, yep, pretty picked through. So because of the move, which was quite the undertaking, as you may have seen in some of my videos, if you didn't see them, I have 3 or 4 videos here on the channel kind of showing you the arduous task of moving into our new home. Happy to be there. It was a task. I haven't done a lot of toy hunting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of excited. Getting that adrenaline rush going, that dopamine hit, whatever you want to call it, and then the disappointment of not finding anything. The best part. Okay, let's see what they have. All right, so here we are in the Target Transformers section. Got a big old DC Multiverse 2-pack right there with Killer Croc. Transformers, all right, stop for a second there. So Multiverse, Batman, all these freaking stickers, right, Angelo? All these stickers. McFarlane never wants you to know what you're collecting anymore, because they all label different ways. Deadpool statue, G.I. Joe, all these Charlies, waiting for those to go on clearance. Still have all these Banshees, waiting for him to go on clearance, playing a long game. Got a Rom still there. Rom's a great figure. That's going to be easily top 3 of the year in my estimation. All the Caps, all the Spider-Mans. Because they restocked on that. That's going to go on clearance. Man, all this stuff is probably going to go on clearance. It's good if you played a long game, right? Wrestling back behind. Looks like some older stuff. Now it's old. It wasn't at one point, right? I guess everything is. Look from that way. Skeletor, Stinger, Tmnt. Nothing catching my eye. And the Jester section. So these are kind of neat. I think those are new. So, okay, let's go check the collectibles area, see what they have there. All right, NECA and collectibles. We got some Marvel cards going on. Art G loves those things. Down this way, got our Super 7 that most people are not loving. Bride of Frankenstein. This looks really nicely put together here. There's had a representative come in and fix all this. We got Richard Dreyfuss in the house. Time to start watching Jaws pretty soon. Down this way, this looks again really nicely, very well organized back here. They had to have just had a NECA person come in. Do they still do that ambassador program thing? Is that still the thing that they do? Because if so, they might have been here. Look at the size of this guy. What the hell? That is huge. Leatherhead, is that new? That's giant. And the collector's wall in the back. Pops. We got our Quint still hanging out here. Great figure, great idea for the line. And other than that, we got a really angry looking Bert. But that's about it. Not much else here. We got a Stinger hiding down there. All right, let's go to the Ross across the parking lot. It's our next stop, I think. All right, so I'm on a bit of a time crunch. I was going to skip this, but I know I said I would go here. And here's the thing. Could be a win, could be a loss. You never know unless you go and check. You're a Ross. So we're right here. Let's do it. So Sonic, we meet again. I saw this in Lehigh Street store a ways back. I considered picking it up. and I didn't. I don't think I'm going to today either. So that's cool to see here. Down below, got Sideshow Bob, the newer Simpsons figures showing up here already, as we know. Bunch of Monster Jams. But unless I'm missing something, I've got some Nintendo, little Transformer guy. All right, then back here on the wall, not seeing anything I'm looking for. There were some Marvel Legends that have been hitting Ross stores, but those move so quick anymore once they do hit here. So a lot of Dragon Ball, old Avengers basic pack there. But I'm not seeing anything else jumping into frame here that's something I'm looking to get. So I'm going to pick through and just double check there's nothing else back behind here. But other than that, I think we'll see you at probably another Target after this. What's this back here? Transformers? Yeah. Okay, so probably the last stop of the toy hunt. I got to get home. I got dinner for the family, get that back to them. And we're going to see what Target has, then we're going to call it a hunt. Okay, toy aisle was packed with people, so I snagged these to bring over here. Check it out. We got the new Cobra Viper going on right here. I just got done saying I don't see new Joes anymore, so this is cool. We have Rock and Roll. This version looks better than the other, I think. Then we have Dr. Mindbender, which was only an SDCC exclusive originally. This, I believe, has the Cobra logo on his cape. I have the SDCC, and honestly, I'm still considering getting this anyway. I don't know why. I don't collect Joes really anymore, or anything military. And they had one more Cobra Viper. So, yeah, entire wave was here. Very cool to see that. Barcodes, I guess, if they help you. There is Mindbender. Here is the Cobra Viper. And then here is the Rock and Roll. So, I'm going to think about purchasing that Mindbender and put the rest of these back, and then we'll check NECA section and get out of here. But cool find here at the end of the hunt. All right, so this is a location that had all those Sagats and Blancas last week, and they are wiped the hell out already, so not surprising. Other than that, they still do have the Chun-Li in the red, to her, a Cammy, and the regular Guile. But I think we're going to call it a hunt there, everybody. So if you're new, please consider hitting that subscribe button. It is free for you. It does not cost you anything, and it helps us grow the channel tremendously on the march to 8,000 subscribers. While you're at it, go ahead and click that bell for notifications, because that way YouTube should notify and tell you when we post new content here to the channel, like our weekly toy hunts, reviews, and live streams. Leave a comment down below, hit that like button. And for daily toy content and daily toy updates, try checking us over Instagram at Disavowed_12. Hey everybody, if you're going toy hunt this week, please try remember the 3 P's of the toy hunt: patience, persistence, most of all politeness. Take care, stay healthy, and I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs.